Okay, today we're going to go through Jesus the Same on acoustic guitar. Let's take a look at the chord chart really quick. If you notice, there's actually an intro 1 and an intro 2. Intro 1 we're just going to ignore because the multi-track session actually has a synthesizer track that does intro 1. So the rest of the band actually doesn't come until intro 2. So let's just jump right in and start looking at some of the chord voicings for intro 2. So the first chord is an E2 over G sharp. I play it this way. And something I just kind of want to make clear is this position for this chord. You're going to see quite a few chords that I play this way in this song. It's just really easy and it works really well for a lot of the chords that are in this song. So the way I'm playing this is G sharp on my E string. I got an F sharp on the D string. Sorry. And then a B on my G string. So it's basically those 4 strings fretted at the 4th fret. And my index finger is actually muting this A string. And then the top 2 strings, the A and the B, I leave open. So here's how the chord sounds again. Okay, so that's my E2 over G sharp. Next chord is an A2. And that I play all of the strings except for E. And I'm fretting the D and the G strings at the 2nd fret. Okay, the next chord says it's an E2 over B, but I'm just playing it this way. It's basically a power chord at the 2nd fret of A string, and I'm leaving these open, the B and the E string open. A lot of the chords I'm going to leave those open. Just kind of gives us a really consistent sound, and it gives us a little bit more full. It just sounds a little bit more full. See? And then we go to a C sharp minor 7, and it's basically the same position as this B, but I go up to the 4th fret. Same thing, I'm playing these open. And the next chord is a B2 over D sharp. So I go to D sharp right here. It's the 6th fret of the A string. And this chord is a little bit more difficult to play. But my ring finger's on the G string. It's on the 8th fret of G. And then I put my pinky on the 9th fret of the D string. Like that. And then this is on the 6th fret. And again, I'm playing everything except for this low E. And then our last chord in this sequence is an E, and I just do a power chord right on fret 7 of the A string. Since we're already going ascending this way, it makes more sense to me just to play my E here rather than go from here all the way down here. Okay, so here's how the intro sounds. This is intro 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so that's intro 2. All right, I want to take a look at the chorus, and we're just going to skip chorus 1. It's identical to chorus 2, except that the first half of it's a cappella. So I'm just going to skip to chorus 2, and we'll just learn the whole chorus. Okay, so chorus 2 starts out with an E. And on the chord chart, you see a G sharp minor 7 written, but I just skipped that and I go right from E to C sharp. So it's... Then you know the A2. Then this B over A you can play by just moving your 2 fingers up 2 frets. Okay. Then go back to E. Skip the G sharp minor and go straight to C sharp minor. And then the next chord is a C major 7. It's really easy. You just, if this is the C sharp minor that we're playing, you just move down 1 fret. And that gives us the C sharp major 7. Okay? So up until this point, it sounds like this. Then after this C major 7, it goes D major 7, D sharp major 7, E major 7. And what I do is, excuse me, I just play D, D sharp, and E, and they're just the power chords. I just play these 3 strings here. Okay, it's so quick. Adding any color to it doesn't really make much sense. Plus the piano player is already going to be playing the major 7s. Okay, so it's just a quick transition there. Then it goes back into E, skipping the G sharp minor and going straight to C sharp minor, to an F sharp minor 7. And this F sharp minor 7 is played almost, well, it's played exactly the same position as your E2 over G sharp, it's just 2 frets lower. So the E2 over G sharp from the intro is played like that. I play my F sharp minor. Same way, I'm just at fret 2 instead. Like I said, you're going to see that position come up quite a bit in this song. So just get used to playing that. Okay, and then it does a walk up from F sharp to G sharp to A. And the chords are written as minor, but it happens so fast, I just walk up single string. Okay. And once I get to the A, I play an A minor 7. And really, it's an A minor 9. But again, it's that same exact position as the F sharp minor in the E2 over G sharp. Now you're just playing it at the 5th fret that makes it an A minor 9. So that's my walk up for that. Then your last chord is a B minor 7, and same exact position, I just move it up to 7th fret. Okay, so you see how that position's really handy. You don't really have to move much, and you're getting some really complex chord voicings out of it. So here's chorus 2 all together. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then that would just take us right back into the intro 2. Okay, so I want to take a look at verse 1. So the first chord is an E. You can play it just the same way that we did our E from the the intro 2. Okay, and then we go to an A major 9 over C sharp. I'm playing that, excuse me, a lot like the B2 over D sharp from the intro. Here's where that chord is. So if you just move that down 2 frets, that'll get you the chord that we're talking about here in the verse, the A major 9 over C sharp. And then there's a D major 9, and that's just a bar chord. And I'm playing these open for just about every chord in this song. I don't think I'm ever really choking these 2 strings. So okay, so that's verse 1. And then they go, at the end of verse 1, do a C major 9. And that's the same chord that we saw in chorus 2. It's called a C major 7 in chorus 2, but I play them exactly the same way. And then it goes to a B minor 7. And you saw that in chorus 2 also. I just use that same exact voicing. Okay, so that's how you end verse 1. Okay, if we jump to verse 2, it's really similar to verse 1. Okay, so it's same chord progression, except after the first time they do it, they're going to add this little lick. So it's just hammering on from F sharp to G sharp on the E string. And you make it a short G sharp. And then you play B on the A string. And then you do a hammer on. And it's a short C sharp there too, hammering on from B. And the tricky part is not just playing that lick, but it's going from the lick back into this chord, this A major 9 over C sharp. So it sounds like this. Okay, so it's just in the space between your E and your A major 9 over C sharp. Okay, and then verse 2 has a little bit of a different ending. They go C major 9 to B minor 7. And then they have this one ending that I want us to remember because it's gonna pop up at the end of the bridge. You go A minor 11, which is the same A minor that I was using before. Then they go D over F sharp to D2 to B minor 7. The F sharp and the D2, I just play the bass notes because these changes move so quick. I just stay with the bass, and I only play chords when I'm landing on the A minor and the B minor. So it sounds like this. Okay. So just having to play those bass notes makes it a little easier. So A minor to F sharp to D to my B minor chord that I taught you earlier. Okay, so verse 2 looks like this. do that one more time slow, just so you can kind of see where everything happens. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and again, coming out of this, that's always the hardest part, is going from to quickly getting to this chord position. All right, so that's just something to look out for. Make sure that you practice that slow to try to get it clean, because the song is pretty fast. We're at like 135 beats per minute, so we're moving on this song. Okay, so let's take a look at the bridge. There's just a riff that we play on the bridge with a couple of chord changes that accompany it at the end, kind of tag them at the end of the bridge. Okay, so the riff starts on a D on the A string, and you hammer onto an E, and it's all really staccato. So you hammer onto a D, then you play a open E, then you do it again. So the first part sounds like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. You do it again. But on that second time, we go up, instead of hanging on this E, we do a hammer on from G to A on the D string. So you do that whole sequence twice, and that makes bridge 1. So here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so bridge 2 is a little bit different. That at the end of it, we do this little walk down from E to D sharp to D to C sharp, and then we play A minor 9, same chord that we played before, and then we play an F power chord, and it's just these 3 notes on F of the A string. So this is what bridge 2 sounds like. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so that's bridge 1. I'm sorry, that's bridge 2. Okay, so let's take a look at coming out of the bridge, getting back into the chorus. Remember at the end of, verse 2? I told you to remember that sequence. It's because at the end of the bridge, the last time we play the bridge, they kind of combine the end of bridge 2 to the end of verse 2. So it sounds like this. Okay, so they do the walk down, and then they do the ending to verse 2. A minor, F sharp, D, B minor. Sorry. Okay, and then that takes us into the chorus. And when we go into the last chorus, we do a hit basically on the C sharp minor. So you go, Jesus the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. No other name, no can save. Okay, so we just right on the top of it, Jesus the same. On the word same, we're gonna hit C sharp minor. Okay, then the drums go into this little instrumental thing, and we come in on the lyric, Jesus the same, yesterday, today, and forevermore, no other name, and we come in on that can save, deliver, that can save, deliver, and we're just following the rhythm of the lyrics there. The notes we're playing are G sharp, then we play a open E, then A, then a G, then we go to a D on the A string, and then C. So it looks like this slowly. And that D is kind of short and staccato. The rest of them you can hold out. Okay, so that's on the lyric, that can save, deliver. And then they sing and restore. We come back in on the and that would be our outro. And the outro we actually end just like we would go into a verse from the intro. So that would be the ending right there on E. Okay, so just make sure you get coming out of that bridge. Jesus, Jesus the same, yesterday, today, and forevermore. No other name that can save, deliver, and restore. Jesus the same, yesterday, today, and forevermore. Jesus. Okay, and then just end it. So I hope this was helpful. Like I said, I moved through it kind of quick, but a lot of the chords are the same, and the chords really aren't hard to play. There's just a lot of them and a lot of different changes. So I just recommend going through this song slow to try to get everything tightened up. Use the drummer and the rest of the track for a reference of rhythm, and I hope you have fun playing this song. I know I did. And again, hopefully this was helpful. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, just keep practicing, and I'll see you again. All right, thanks. Bye.